change it to it.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen out there in the curling world. Welcome inside the Cincinnati Curling Club. I'm your host this morning, Jonathan Penny. We are getting set for the World Curling Tour event here in Cincinnati, the Cincinnati Mixed Doubles Cup. We've got 3 quarterfinal games on the ice today. We're featuring Audra Adams and Pat Connolly from Cincinnati versus Flannery and Allison and Michael Allison from St. Louis. Should be a good game. I'm excited. As president and ice maker here at the Cincinnati Curling Club, couldn't be more proud, more thankful of all the volunteers that helped put on this event. Jim Timmerman's joining me in the booth today. He's been an outstanding asset in the broadcasting scenarios around our club. Monique Penny is the draw master for this event, and she's done a fantastic job. Many people have come up to me and given me the compliments that should be directed to her. And then Beth Swaney and all the bar staff around the bar area today. People came in early to vacuum and clean, and Dave Forkham's helped me out a ton on the ice. So thankful for all the volunteers. So proud as a grower of the game. 3 Cincinnati clubs on the ice today in the quarterfinals. Fantastic week for 6 teams from our club, and 3 of them qualified for quarterfinals. So proud. Our mixed doubles league is sometimes getting a little too competitive, some might say, but we push each other to be better players, and we definitely challenge each other on the ice. We hopefully have some fun off the ice, and these are the rewards for all those games, is getting to the stage, getting to the bigger tour events, and playing tougher opponents. So we've got Audra Adams here throwing her stone. Looks like just your standard mixed doubles setup. I'll take a tour around the other sheets here as we go along too. 2 other quarterfinals on the ice this morning. There was 1 played last night. The joys of a 3-sheet curling club and 4 quarterfinal matches. Trying to squeeze all the games in a fair way. I've had the opportunity to meet the Allisons at multiple other events, including Arena Nationals, a USA curling event that promotes, gives opportunity for teams who are renting hockey ice in the your curling club is renting hockey ice, and a chance to compete at a national level. So the Allisons still in St. Louis play on hockey ice, so they don't have that dedicated ice time, that dedicated practice, which can make it difficult when you get to an event. You want to practice as much as you can and get used to it, but you want to pace yourself a bit too on the body. You don't want to break down a little bit too early. So I noticed Flannery's sporting a knee brace there. I'm not sure if it's a long-term issue or a short-term issue. Never did get a chance to ask her. Our post-game chat when we played them was all centered around club development and how we raised money for our facility. So if you and your club are looking to get out of the arena situation, by all means, shoot us an email, and we'll try to pass on as much information as we can and help give you the confidence to get your own facility, like we have here in Cincinnati. So that was Pat Connolly throwing yellow stones, maybe a little outside on that intended target. I see Cecilia's in the chat room. Good morning, Cecilia. She's a big fan of the Rohrbacher Skebby team. I think both the moms might be on. Just a quick look around the sheets, as we say. Sheet A is the Rohrbacher Skebby game against Potter Shimko. And over on sheet C, we've got Julie Benson and Brett Jackson against another Cincinnati local team in Aaron Dunphy and Ishan Sethi. We'll try to keep you updated on those scores. I know Dunphy Sethi had a road through the tiebreaker gauntlet last night. We had 2 tiebreaker draws. They beat us in the tiebreaker, as you can well imagine. My partner, Monique Penny, my wife, and I were a little out of gas. It was long days organizing and helping run this event, and then playing in it as well. But super proud of all the Cincinnati teams. Looks like yellow's still sitting 1 here in the first end. Pat throwing the middle 3 stones.
All the way, all the way. Okay, ready?
You'll have to forgive me. I'm getting my sea legs here behind the microphone. The players, Jim's doing a fantastic job. He brought 4 wireless mics. The players all agreed to wear them. So
not that wide. Not that wide.
I'll get the controls here
It
up.
won't curl much, but we do need to get by the stone, so.
We'll be able to listen in on some strategy as we go.
Popped it out.
Okay.
Starting to move. Needs to curl a mile.
Wow, it needs weight.
Great communication there. The big thing in mixed doubles, we've got some. I think, my opinion, and jump in the chat if you agree or disagree. Mixed doubles, the communication in mixed doubles has got to be key. It's got to be on point. It's got to be concise. It's got to be honest.
We just need to tap the back a foot. Maybe 2 feet would be perfect.
So in that last shot, Flannery said that she popped the handle out a little bit. So
No,
Mike Allison was sweeping and had to wait for it to curl, but then needed to go for weight to get that arc properly.
Leave it.
Good little tap there, attempt by Pat Connolly and Audra Adams. Just a hair strong. Yellow still sits 1. Fortunate part is
What was the weight on that one?
I think they opened a little path.
1 or 2?
For the,
Okay.
1.
And your plan is?
Tap up the middle red one.
Middle red? Okay.
There's 2 backers back there.
Yep.
the other thing of
I'm gonna
note
let you know
here
which way
with
to do what's happening.
the Allison
way you
team,
coming?
this is a father-daughter pair.
Tapping whichever one I hit. But
Huh?
so I'm
Kind of
tapping
neat to
whichever one I
see
hit.
Okay.
in sports. Some
Well, ideally the
married
middle.
couples,
Are you coming
brother-sister
from this side?
couples like
Yeah.
the Becca and Matt Hamiltons. But curling's one of the few sports I
36?
find multi-generational
The other question is,
teams.
do we guard
And
the
this
second
father-daughter
shot?
pair,
I think
They've got to run right through the
They're-
yellow.
they
Is
can
that other
they can
one
play.
touching? The first one
You
they
know,
threw?
No.
as
What?
far as us
No.
amateur athletes
Okay,
go,
then they
these
could get
guys
four
are
that way.
these guys
they
are good.
could.
I say we guard.
Okay, if you're not confident with your tap weight, I'm good with that. Then stop. Why are you going this way if we're guarding? Wouldn't you go this way?
I could go either way.
Okay.
I'm going this way in case I too wide.
Okay.
Like that. Let's tap up the middle one. Curl it, curl it.
You kind of did nothing.
If anything, if Flannery Annelson is anything, she is honest. When we played them in our round robin game, it was an absolute eye-opener on communication styles. The two of them and the way they talk to each other is fantastic.
They moved it at some point. It's on.
Oh, that's right here.
Sorry, I'm tuning
Yes.
in on the Adams-Connolly conversation now.
There's not enough to come this way. We're going down Hackley, not Control. So just at the inside of the yellow that's right in the 8 foot. The one left. 'Cause we're going to hit the one that's right. Yes. Aim at the inside of that one, and we want to hit the other one, on the one closest to center, dead on.
Just fine-tuning the line here. Some teams choose to hold a
So
broom.
you need to tell me when.
Connolly-Adams pair
Yep, when the line is.
like to have somebody sweeping right away and let the shooter call line.
And hack weight.
Audra Adams with the final shot of the end. She could play this raise for a big bundle here early.
One. Yep.
Yep. One.
Just one. Unclear to me on how that shot was missed, but maybe a little outside the intended path, or it didn't curl as much. Looked like one for yellow. If you're looking to host a corporate event, if you want to learn to curl, if you want your kids to get involved in curling, maybe you want to try it yourself. Maybe you played for 20 years and you just recently moved to the Cincinnati area. Check us out at cincinnati-curling-club.org. Shoot us an email at cincinnati-curling-club@gmail.com. We can let you know about all our programming for all of the curlers in the world, young, old, Olympic-minded people, or just recreational-minded people. People of all shapes, sizes, and styles. We've got all kinds of opportunities to play the game. So here's Audra. She's throwing the 1 and 5 stone. If you're new to mixed doubles, I'll try to highlight some of the rules as we go. Basically, the two players either throw the 1 and 5 stone or the 2, 3, 4 stone. Two pre-positioned stones. You see red in the house. They have the hammer this end and the one guard for yellow out front. No takeouts for the first 5 stones, including the 2 pre-positioned stones.
That's my thought. It's up to you. You're throwing it.
That's fine.
Okay. So when you decided to come this way, you were once again in a fresh path.
Yeah, and not only that, if I'm throwing guard weight, hitting your red doesn't do anything.
I was aware of that. I wasn't sure you were.
Okay.
All right.
Just a little debrief for
Hey,
the
that all
Allisons
helps.
on the last end and the guard up, the intended guard shot that wasn't
Okay, we ready?
as
Ready.
executed as they wanted it to be.
3-6.
Okay.
So Michael's throwing the 1 and 5 this end, and Allison's throwing the middle 3.
Ah, and positive. It's gonna need the curl. It's going. Down, 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 down. Never gonna touch it.
A little heavy on that shot. A little heavy from Michael Allison on that shot. Hope Mama Allison is tuning in. I know Flannery said her mom might tune
Come
in.
around the right side. Hopefully top 4.
So the call is top 4.
Sweep it.
Big component in mixed doubles, trying to get control of that 4-foot space. That tight scoring zone around the button area.
How's the weight? Okay, let it go, let it go. Stay with it. Go now, go now. Bring it in to the there, okay, off.
You can go to the back, Pat. You can go to the back. That little freeze there isn't going to kill you. Does build a little nest back there, as I call it. A little backing
back
for
four.
another shot to get in there. Goal's kind of the same as regular curling. When you've got hammer, you want to score multiple points. The last stone advantage, the hammer. If you don't have that last shot advantage, you want to either hold your opponent to 1 or steal. So in this case, if red could get 1 on the pin, I hope people can appreciate how hard it might be to remove that stone with the yellows positioned the way they are.
Not wide.
Sorry, get the mics up on the Allisons here.
Yes.
Early sweep call.
You're by, I think.
Heck of a shot.
Yep. Kira Audra congratulating the other team on a good shot. Very, very common in curling. Good etiquette on that. Congratulating your opponent for a good shot. It doesn't cost you anything. Doesn't make you less of a player at all. In fact, in my opinion, makes you a better player. No real active defense in curling. Like there's no way to stop your shooter from your opponent from shooting the stone they want to shoot.
Pass the curl. Let it curl. Let it curl. No, never, never.
That's coming in with a little weight there, trying to get that red jiggled around a bit. Ended up removing his own yellow from behind. I mean, some might say that's a bad shot. I think it'll work out okay. Gives him some space to hit that red one next time. I see there's somebody in the chat. Is that Beth Swaney? Do we know her?
No idea.
No idea. She's chirping it up in the chat room. It's pretty good. I hope we don't have to ban her.
For weight?
3-6. 3. Yours?
Yeah, 3-6 is okay.
Okay. I mean, I think we're probably looking more 3-7, but 3-6, 3-7.
Okay.
Bartender versus ice maker. Who's got the better ice, Beth?
Line's better.
366.
Needs to curl still.
Needs weight.
Starting to come. Go ahead. Wait if you can.
Mike's working that hard. Flannery wants it to curl. A little bit short.
That's unfortunate.
Just draw it around.
Yep.
Sit on top of that red.
Yep.
Pat Connolly's
Close away.
trying to get this rock around
Okay,
the
leave it.
guard.
Yeah. Once it hits them.
A little
Got
heavy.
the line. Pass the curl. Switch sides. Hit on the other side so when you have to. Let it go, let it go, let it go.
A little heavy there from Pat. I should say Pat.
Yeah.
Pat's been curling a little while. Audra is fairly new. Not her first year, but maybe 2 or 3 years.
I think we want like a 3.7, 3.75.
We're going to
Okay.
turn that family into a curling family. Chris plays. The 2 kids join us at our Little Rock program on the weekends, Saturdays.
3.6.
Yeah, line.
Good athletes.
Yeah, line. You're by.
Rut row.
Shit.
Yep.
Sorry, Mom.
I should have just let it go.
Uh-huh. Or stayed on it so we hit it narrow.
Now let's. Well, we'll try to bring it in here. We'll try to curl it
Sorry
over
to all
here
the moms
in
online.
top, above the tee line.
There may be some swearing. Bartender Beth says, my ice is better, much easier to make and maintain.
3.7.
Probably tastes
But
better.
I don't know if you pushed it or not.
Can't see through it.
Can't see through it, not as clear. But when
What's
you
that?
dip it in bourbon, it's probably tasty, right?
Go middle of the 8.
So like how much? Those 2 stones. The red and
Yeah.
Maybe you can get a whiff, but that's it.
not too hard.
That's too heavy, rise through.
No forehands.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Not heavy.
Shit, sorry.
3.75.
Players are taking a little bit of time here in the second end to pick up on the speed changes in the ice, going a little deep on a lot of draws. As the ice warms up and the pebble breaks down a little bit, the speed does change, so
See, wait here.
No.
You want like backline at most. I meant to get rid of my jacket while I was down there. Oh well. Here you you. You got it. I don't think it's going to curl a ton at back line.
No, I'm like right between the two reds there.
Oh, that much? Okay. I guess it is you.
Looks like Michael Allison is trying to bump that yellow back onto the, or excuse
On
me,
it.
bump the red back onto the yellow. On the left is
Hard!
the house.
Come on! All the way! Come on! Come on! Hard! Hard! Oh well.
One yellow.
Good try.
That was the only way they were going to get two. They took a chance. The risk versus reward conversation. The risk versus reward conversation is the risk was only giving up one. The reward would have been getting two. Second end, Adams Connolly, 2. Allison, 0. Take a quick look around the other scores real quick for you as they get updated by our Tom's on the scoreboards. I think Tom cracking the case open. Looks like Dunphy Satie is up 1-0 after 1 against Benson Jackson, and looks like Potter Shimko off to a 1-0 lead against Rohrbacher Skebby. Those games are updated courtesy Tom. Here we go, third end. Audra Adams with the first shot. A little strong. She slides to the back 8 foot. Kind of wide open.
I tried. Were you just narrow out of hand? So I just got it
Maybe.
started?
Maybe.
I was just curious because how quickly you threw me on. You going that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Top 4.
And you're on weight?
3-6, 3-7.
Okay.
The Allisons rode to the quarterfinals. They went 2-1 in their pool and had a better
3-6-1?
draw shot challenge. There was a 3-way tie in that pool at 2-1. Had a better draw shot challenge score to get them the win of the pool and
Starting
got
to curl.
directly to this quarterfinal game.
Slow down, baby.
They beat Lachinsky
Interesting.
7-5 and Reiki 7-5. Lost to the Pennies 6-8. There he was, gone. There's Pat. The Adams-Connolly pair
Right around
rode to the quarterfinals.
Top 4.
They went 3-0 in their pool, beating Hagemunch, Dangran, and DiBaggio to go 3-0 and win their pool.
Sweep it. Sweep it. Other side. Okay, off. Never, never. Never, 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 never. Oh, shit.
Sorry, Mom.
towards over here because we know the ice slightly better.
Okay.
But other than that, it's kind of indifferent,
Okay.
honestly. We got something behind each of them.
Yeah.
Top 4?
Top 4.
I don't even mind top 8.
Okay. 3-8.
Okay.
For those of you new to the game, the 3-8 that Mike mentioned there, they're talking about a split time. The clock starts at the back line. The clock stops at the near hog line.
About 3-8.
About 3-8. It's what they asked for, what she delivered.
Hanging out.
Now, question of line. They've got some backing if they're a little heavy. Could have been sweeping that to stay on the nose of that red. Not bad. A little deep.
Are they above T-line?
Pat Connolly in the hack.
Okay. Let's just hit it. Let's hit it dead on. Just backline weight.
Okay. It might get rid of our yellow.
No, if we do it right, it should not kick the red over that way.
Okay.
It'll break things loose a little bit. Sweep it! Sweep it!
Pat's looking
Hard!
to deal with this red
Hard! On the side!
situation
Sweep!
at the back
Sweep!
of the house.
All the way hard!
Hit it maybe a little thin. Got a good roll over to the other side of the sheet. Yellow sits 1. The play all continues at the back of the rings there. Left side of your
Am I
screen as you're
freezing or
looking at it.
tapping?
Inside tap would be best.
Okay.
I have two minds. One is to stay up on top 4, but on the other hand, getting that one out.
Gives us, we're sitting above.
Yeah.
So it's like we are. Okay.
So I'd
I'm
like to
gonna try
tap
to throw
inside.
it to freeze. If it's there to tap, sweep it there.
Okay. Don't go too wide.
Yep.
7-7.
3.77. Often teams to shorten the communication will just truncate that number off.
Over curling.
So a little heavy. She was not wide and it ended up over curling, going a little deep. Yellow still sits 1.
What's that? Yeah.
It's a good point Beth's making in the
I wanna be
comments
above
there.
T-line.
Tom and Beth play together on a mixed doubles night. Their team is called On the Rocks, and the question of who has the better ice,
Let's
we
come
should,
this way
we should
again.
bring Tom into that conversation.
Top 4.
He does love a beverage on the rocks. Pat Connolly and Audra Adams to sweep this stone.
You want to be on the other side. Jess, when you... Go! Go! Okay, off.
That's just thinking about line on that guard. Got a little panicky. Waits real good. Covers the pin.
Good sweeping. Let me grab my stuff.
Pretty tough stone to remove. The harder you throw it, the straighter it goes. So if you're trying to bump that rock out of play, you got to find that right weight to get a little bit of movement sideways, but still have enough to push it out of the rings or out of the scoring zone. Let's see what the Allisons have to say
Which way I
about
come.
this.
It's me.
No, it's not. It's still me.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. If we got another shot, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Unless you want me to blow
Nope,
the
same thing you
center.
just threw.
I need to come in a little, right?
No, given how you overcurled.
Yeah, but I wasn't there by the pin. But you also swept it, I guess, the whole way. So same line, less sweeping? Or you want me to come in? Wrecking's not terrible.
Yeah, same line, no sweeping. Let's do it. You're 377 last time.
Okay.
So they just talked a little bit about being tight to that guard. If they happen to wreck
have a choice.
on that guard and open it up for the next shot, it'll force Adams Connolly to guard that situation. Really good T-line weight, a little tap and roll. Looks like yellow's still sitting one, but red's in a good position.
Good sweep, old man.
Don't think Pat can ignore
Come this
that.
way and put it right here.
Question of how to defend against that short little raise that red has on the right-hand side as you're looking at it right now. Top half of the screen as you're looking from the overhead. Pat's choosing to freeze to his own. I'll call that an aggressive call. There's a couple of ways to defend sometimes. You know, in the guard zone, I think most people can kind of appreciate throwing a guard short of the rings to protect a path.
Middle of the 8. Don't
Some
be heavy.
people choose to defend by adding an extra rock to the equation, an extra set of angles and geometry, and another
Gotta
40
be a
pounds to
little bit
remove.
light. Yep.
Mixed doubles has definitely taught some of our players to defend in that more aggressive style. Audra Adams shooting the last stone for yellow here in the third end of the Cincinnati Mixed Doubles Cup quarterfinal. Weight looks good. Pat's working the brush. Sweeping, 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 and coming up a little bit short. Allison's have pointed to that red rock
I was gonna come straight down for the
immediately.
yellow.
Oh, just pick it?
Yeah.
But then don't you roll out?
What?
Then wouldn't you roll out?
I think I'm gonna roll out this way.
Okay.
Where were you aiming?
I did the yellow.
Okay. I can come out just a little.
So because the teams
especially 'cause it's you.
are choosing not to
Well,
hold a
yeah,
broom
just
in the
the red's up
house,
there.
they're talking where to aim.
What kind? But you're gonna throw a little more
Simulating
weight
that
than I
broom.
did.
A little more.
It's not going in. There we go. So 3-7.
Okay.
3.7 seconds they were talking about. Michael Allison for Flannery Allison sweeping.
Needs to curl. Come on, needs to curl. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go.
He's got a good looking shot here. A little tap. And
One.
the shooter rolls away.
One.
One.
One red. Great shot.
Wait a second. Oh yeah, never mind. On my brains, I
Well, I
don't
was
know what color
worried
we
he
are.
was too light, but it's good he was. 'Cause it wasn't showing up otherwise.
score lines. As we're at a break between ends here. If you're just tuning in, we're here at the Cincinnati Curling Club in Westchester, Ohio. I'm joined by Jim Timmerman in the booth. This is the Cincinnati Mixed Doubles Cup quarterfinal action between Adams Connolly and Allison from Allison throwing red stones. Adams Connolly pair throwing red. Looks like the Dunphy Sati team has stolen another point in the second end, going up 2-0. And Rohrbacher Skebby have come back with a point in the second end, tied 1-1 against Potter Shimko. Players have set their pre-positioned stones. Michael Allison has thrown the first stone for red, coming up a little bit short on that draw to the button area. We're off and running here in the fourth end of action. Fourth?
No, you did not. You went from a 375 to a 419. That would have been the perfect weight if we had come around the other side.
It's gonna be close.
413.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, get it over if you can. Good sweep, Pat. Good sweep. Good sweep. That's sort of a guard.
Sorry, moms. Pat's an old man. We tease Pat. We tease him a little bit. He's a good
I'm
player.
getting there.
8-5
8-5?
is what you threw.
Yeah.
Do you think a 3-8 over here?
3-8 over here.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nine, 7?
Crashing.
Yeah.
Just a bit inside. From Flannery Allison in her draw attempt. Now 3 guards in play. From red. I believe there's a yellow one up there higher as well. Pat Connolly to shoot next. Moving down the ice. Trying to bring the heart rate back
Yeah.
down after sweeping the
Half
last
buried,
stone.
top 4.
Different kind of fitness level in the mixed doubles game, I will say.
Three, four, seven. 1, 1, 1, 1.
Nope. Go now. Just other side, other side.
Don't crash.
Okay, off.
Whoa, just got tight to that guard.
Stay in there, baby. Stay in there.
A little bit heavy, but curled well enough to get partially covered back tee line. Good shot from the Adams Connolly team.
Sorry, that stood way weird on that. So based off that, do we think 3.8 is the right weight?
Yeah, 3.8. A little wider. .362.
Always curl, always curl.
So the communication there, always curl. You'll see Mike sweeping with the rotation of the rock, trying to coax it to curl, so that if you do sweep for a weight, you're also making it curl a little more. I believe Adams Connolly has a similar conversation when they're sweeping the stone. Lots of new players in this event this weekend. There was a
Try to
pair
draw it
from
in,
Kansas
a little
City,
higher up.
first-year players.
What was the weight?
Fantastic
Yeah.
team.
347.
Okay.
Really looking forward to seeing them in the future. Made the tiebreaker round.
358.
So you'll hear Pat sometimes tell Audra to be on the
Go.
other side of the rock.
Go, sweep, sweep.
And he's communicating to her basically that
Okay,
to
off,
keep
off.
it straight or make it curl.
Patrick.
A little heavy there. Still yellow sitting one in pretty good position. Red's got to defend this some way.
Am I trying to push it?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I just have zero feel for draw weight right now, it appears.
Yeah.
So same weight,
Same way as last time?
a little narrower?
Yeah, sure. That'll work. That'll work.
Okay.
That's the communication in trying to define the arc, the path that the rock's going to take. So same weight, same amount of power, a little bit different path
5.7.
to try and generate the intended outcome.
Yeah, we're hitting.
I got it started.
Got it started, meaning she just pushed the rotation towards center line a little bit, toward that direction of curl. She may come out smelling like roses here.
Plan B?
Plan B.
Plan B. Hit the guard square on the nose, pushed it back to the 4-foot area, and with all those rocks there, had some backing. Hard to tell. Looks like yellow's still sitting one. Got some new rings this year made by Jet Ice with our logo in them. I think they're fantastic.
Yeah.
I need to
They
get
put out
weight down.
quality products. You can check them out at jetice.com.
No.
That's a free ad for them. If they're listening in, we'll be looking for donations in the future.
380.
What's that?
380.
Okay. Never touch it.
Not sure what their intended weight call was. 3/8's pretty close. Pat's saying
Shit.
never touch it. He doesn't want to disturb this red one. Yeah, that's not very good.
No, they weren't. We were one.
She said they were. That's why they guarded.
No.
Even with the wonky houses?
Even with the wonky houses.
Okay.
Oh, I just praised Jet Ice for the houses, and they got called wonky right away.
I did it based on pin.
Our logo in the middle is
Based on pin.
not quite round. It should
I
be
could've been
round.
wrong. I just
Didn't quite turn
quickly
out
looked and
round.
said, yeah, we're one. And
So
didn't really worry about it.
some of the
Okay.
extra lines,
Start
the
So where are
navy
you been
blue and the
aiming?
red,
I would aim for you.
don't
I would either
quite
aim 8,
match
12,
the
or
The
4.
4-foot
8-12?
ring.
Okay.
Inside of 8, 12 probably.
Okay, and I'm throwing a.
Can be a bit
Well,
deceiving.
your first guard on this side was a 3.85.
Yeah,
So 3.8.
a little faster on this side. 3.8. Okay.
I swept that end to end. You were super negative, weren't you?
Yeah, really soft. But it's going.
Yep.
The Allisons will use negative and positive meaning on the push and pull on the release. Sometimes positive meaning a little bit add on the release, negative a little deceleration as they let it go.
Well, it didn't really help us, but it didn't hurt us.
Actually, now it's frozen.
Now it is nose frozen. You are true.
Question is how.
You hit this one. It hits this one. Is it going to push that one even back far enough? Because that's like right.
No, because all this one's going to do is come here or here.
Yeah.
And this one will be in here. What I was thinking is if we can come, even that, we're not going to be able to. Came heavy enough weight hit here. Can we get this kicking that way?
Okay, I'm just going to get ready and then you try not to throw. Think about it.
Here, I'm going to hold the broom.
Okay.
I want peel weight and just nick one of the two. Either our yellow or that red behind it.
Just to move it. And see what happens.
So basically, if we hit our yellow, we'll hit the inside of that red. Maybe we can kick it out. If we hit their red, maybe it will be enough force to kick it and knock it over.
Okay.
Hope Pat's explanation makes sense to everybody at home. We're going to throw a heavy shot, as much power as Audric can muster here, and try
Ready
to
for
hit
something
that,
fun?
that
Ready for
top
something fun?
yellow or just that red, just to push it sideways.
You might want to be somebody over here in case.
Pat's pre-positioning players for the
We want to hit
shrapnel
right
that
about
might
here.
fly.
If not, just nick this one. But it has to be peel weight.
Oh, listen to you. Silly.
Choosing to hold the broom in this case. Accuracy is way more important. Sweeping on these harder shots, higher speed shots, not as effective.
You're way out here.
A little bit outside. Yeah, just outside the intended target.
One red.
Looks like one red.
Going to set?
Sure.
After 4 ends of play, we've got a 2-2 tie here in this quarterfinal match at the Cincinnati Mixed Doubles Cup. Halfway through. Got 40 viewers tuned in. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Great to have you along. Fantastic day here in Southwest Ohio. I was looking earlier, the temperature outside is a dream for ice makers. Just going to take a look around the other scoreboard here. Looks like Potter Shimko got themselves a 4 spot in the third end, going up 5-1 over Robacher Skebby. Robacher Skebby, I should note, from the Cleveland area. Robacher originally from Pittsburgh. They're going to nationals in a couple of weeks in Kalamazoo. They had qualified through, I can't remember exactly how they qualified, but they've hit a few tour events to earn points to earn that spot. It looks like over on the other sheet, Dunphy Sethi has picked up another steal to go up 3-0 over Benson Jackson. Brett Jackson is our, should get the title right. He's at USA Curling as the board chair now. New member on the board. Just update those scores real quick
Come
again.
around the right side.
Potter Shimko picked up another one in the fourth, up 6-1 after 4.
No.
Okay.
They moved the stone over some. So come, just aim just inside the,
Sunny day here in
Inside of
Westchester,
50
50 degrees. Current dew point 28 degrees Fahrenheit. Sunny and dry. Turns our inside conditions here at the Cincinnati Curling Club into, my opinion, great curling ice.
It's by if it'll.
Just a bit light there from Audra on that shot. No big deal. Still controlling that,
Tappy tap.
that path to the
Which
4
one?
foot, preventing red from
That
getting
one's
there.
crossed over.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It doesn't look like it, but it is.
Okay.
Little disagreement there on the father-daughter
Hit
team.
the inside.
No,
Can't
it
imagine
goes
that ever
straight
happening
back.
in real life. Fathers and daughters always
I
agree,
know
right?
it doesn't look like it from your angle, and
Okay.
it just barely is, but it is.
No problem with me.
Dad choosing the high road there.
Yeah, yours was a 7.4, but you looked soft on your release. And I should have just trusted my eyes and gone from the beginning.
Okay.
But the first blast on you threw on this side.
Okay, help me with mine.
Okay. So 3.7, you think?
Yeah. Three, 8, 2.
Yeah, I lied. Over curling. Weight actually wasn't too bad.
you know what? No, top 8, top 12.
Yeah, in this situation here, Pat's choosing to try to place that stone higher in the rings, not going so deep, not allowing the other team
Let it
a
go, then.
double opportunity.
That's
So
wide too.
try to keep it as high as you can. A little biter, top 12 ring
Yeah, sweep
should
it.
be fine.
Get it over. Get it. Okay, off. Nowhere. Just let it go.
A little deeper than they wanted. Good shot though by Yellow.
Oh, the double, I couldn't see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want broom or me?
Yeah, I want you. I never
Okay.
want broom.
Kind of what we
The
were
only
talking
time
about.
I ever want broom is if I'm throwing river weight.
I assume she's throwing stones at the river.
So I need to hit it just off nose.
St. Louis.
What?
St. Louis has
Just
got a
off
river,
nose
right?
is where I need to hit it.
Is that heavy?
Yeah.
Or nose?
Nose works.
Depending on how
think
close
so.
your curling club is to the river, you may
I'm gonna come
you
this
may
way.
want it to
Okay.
go
Okay.
to the parking
That's why
lot.
I'm over here.
To
In
the
between
river.
the yellow and the red.
If you can keep it straight that long.
Control or normal?
Played in curling clubs that are on the ocean,
Control.
so maybe you want to
Huh?
throw it to the
Control.
harbor.
Okay.
Aim for the one.
Needs to curl a mile.
Not a literal mile. Just a lot. Might come out smell like roses here.
Yes and no.
Another plan
I
B.
like my plan Bs today. Dad, that one bounced off the wall.
Oh, it went off the wall? Okay.
Yep.
Just taking that stone out of play.
We do have hats for those shots.
Pat's mentioning a gift we got from the Triangle Curling Club in Durham, North Carolina. It is a poop emoji hat.
that?
So if you do make a couple of oddball plan B style shots like that, the
it
intent
behind?
is to wear the hat for
Let's just put a guard
the
up.
next shot.
Shit. Never touch it.
A little heavy from Pat. Sliding by the intended target. And out the back. We'll take this mic down so you can swear in peace.
Tappy tap.
Yep. Tappy tap.
I assume we just want to freeze it, basically.
To theirs, yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Theirs is behind T, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're not intending to remove the yellow stone here. They just want to tap their own red to freeze to that yellow.
7.
Red does not have hammer in this
That'll work.
situation. They do not have last rock. That would put them in a very good steal position if they could just tap this to freeze the yellow. If they happen to be a little strong and tap the yellow back a little further, it's going to make yellow's next shot a little easier to double take out those 2 rocks. Make it double take out.
391. Switch.
She's calling switch to get the sweeper on the other side of the rock. Working on that directional sweeping technique. Sweeping to make it curl. Weight was a little soft.
How do we feel about the force?
Changing their strategy mid-end here.
What's that?
Guard.
Try.
You got this. You got this.
Haven't been able to do it yet. What was my last one?
I think it was like a
What's that?
375 or 380.
The other function around communication on mixed doubles teams is trying to get the best out of your partner. Audra trying to keep Pat light and
There
loose.
you go. 386.
I think that's fantastic technique.
Just get it over. Make sure it's over the line.
It's all there. It's all there.
Okay,
It's all
just leave it there.
Yeah.
Wherever it stops.
Yeah, it's all there.
Just got a delivery from Jennifer Lopez. A hot tea.
Try to tap again?
Yeah.
I don't think you can hurt us, really.
The only way you can hurt us is by hitting theirs. Because
Even hitting theirs, I don't think hurts us.
Okay.
Because ours are Christmas trees, so
They have a double.
do they?
If they hit top one nose.
One that Audra will make?
Not as far as Patrick didn't throw it.
Okay. Okay. Get your stone.
Not a hairdryer.
Oh, is it me?
Yes, it's you.
Oh,
It's,
okay.
just
Do
noticing
I have a gripper on?
Flannery working out
Is that
a
why you have a gripper on?
cramp
Okay.
baby with a
So what am I throwing?
Theragun
3-7?
on her left leg that's braced.
If you have a good release.
It's
3-6 if it's a
I
bad
don't know
release.
if there's any rule against that.
5-7.
It needs to curl. Needs to curl.
So I hope you can appreciate at home here if she can
Bring it
nudge
deep
that red
otherwise.
pair. That's the angles lined up real good for them.
Bring it out if you can.
Yeah, they don't,
It's there.
don't
Okay.
necessarily want to leave it usable for those for the other team to use that rock, so they swept it out.
Aim out about here. Where did you actually, did you hit the line last time you did that first shot?
I think so.
Okay, so bring it out here. So you were here, so let's bring it out here.
Okay.
And we need more weight.
Oh, I was thinking the lighter was
No, your first one was above the house. We need it to come around that one
Okay.
and sit the halfway onto the four.
Okay.
Nope. One yellow.
Well, it's a tough shot.
You're not going to throw it harder. I'm not going to sweep it harder.
Oh. Pat and Audra having a laugh together. Here we are at the fifth end break. Just want to highlight a couple of other events that we do regionally here around the Cincinnati Curling Club. We've got friendlies that we play against other clubs. So kind of a club versus club competition on a one-day kind of format. So we have the River City Cup with Derby City, which is based in Louisville. We'll, that event will happen April 15th. And coming up on March 25th, we're going to be sending a team to the Indianapolis area. Our friends at Circle City Curling Club have built a new facility, similar warehouse renovation similar to ours here in Cincinnati, in Anderson, just outside of Indianapolis, and they're hosting us on that March 25th date. If you are a member of the Cincinnati Curling Club and watching this, you too can play in those events. You can register at our website, CincinnatiCurlingClub.org. Really fun way to meet some players at another club. We'll be hosting Derby City here and traveling to Circle City. The intent with those events will be to alternate hosting duties on those in the future. Derby City, of course, is at an arena. They're hosting a Bonspiel coming up too, their first Bonspiel. It's a bourbon-based Bonspiel, as you can well imagine, in the Louisville, Kentucky area. If you are a curling team out there looking for a fun event, highly recommend the inaugural Bourbon Spiel in Louisville, Kentucky. It's going to be fantastic. How do I know that? We've met the players, we've met the members of that club. They're fantastic people, and they'll do a fantastic job. Back to the action here. Where are we at, Jim? Sixth end?
I think so.
Sixth end. We're flying along. Just gonna call up some scores here from other games around the club. Benson Jackson
Nice little inside roll would be good.
Yeah.
pops a 3 in the fourth end to tie that game against Aaron Dunphy and Ishan Sethi.
7.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Benson Jackson, tough team. Sorry, Cecilia. Looks like Robach or Skebby gave up another single. 7-1 Potter Shimko
9.
after 5 ends of play.
Come on, hard. Hard.
Great sweep by Flannery.
My bad.
Just a bit short. Yellow still sits 1. 2 reds are in good positions though behind that guard. I don't think that's all a bad spot to be right now. You only have to be closest to the button at the end of the end. Don't have to get there too quick. Thanks for the tea, Jennifer Lopez.
Try the guard again.
Say what?
The guard on this side. Never touch it. At least for yet. Go, go. Sweep it, sweep it. Sweep.
Pat's trying to get Audra to sweep this rock. A little bit
Leave it, leave it,
short.
leave it, leave it, leave it.
Now they're leaving it.
I was hoping they would tap this one.
Just trying to make something up. Looks like Glenn Prince has slipped into the chat room there. Glenn, thanks for tuning in. Glenn and Brandon are off at a
It's just the cleaner way to get there.
Bonspiel somewhere. Chicago, maybe?
Huh?
We could come this way.
That's
Maybe
what
they're
I'm
on their
doing.
way back
Did you
home.
not look?
I thought you were. I thought you tapped their yellow.
I tapped the red into the yellow.
Oh, okay.
Dennis Meddy, a pro in front of the camera. Taking tips from Dennis.
Yeah, it's cleaner to hit
We've
red
just
into
hit
yellow
60
this
viewers.
way.
Thanks for tuning in,
That's an
everybody.
angle.
Yep.
All right, 3.
Couldn't have done this without Jim Timmerman. He's doing all the camera switching
3-7.
and
3,
camera
7, 5,
movements.
actually, I think.
it's fantastic.
Because I've been shown to hit that precise of a split time today.
Yeah. Somewhere between 3.7 and 3.8, I think.
Okay. Slightly positive.
3.78.
Love that quick communication from the teammates. Flannery's calling line. Got around the first guard. Got around the second guard. Little tap to the pin. Great shot.
We touched the second one on the way by. It looked like it straightened out. Did we touch the second one on the way by?
No.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic shot
It
by the
looked like it
Allison
straight-
pair.
Are they sitting?
1, 2, 3 in a row, but they're one in the middle is the one that shot, and then one number 2. So like, it would be impossible, but like if you could clip the yellow one and like kick it back, it would kick some of that out of the way. But you'd have
Let's-
to be like,
Let's try one or two things. One, go actually try to get by that front one and clip the top red one. And maybe we can get the center red one too. move them around. If not, we'll clear that front guard out.
Okay.
Great conversation
They
there
got
by
one
Pat and
last end,
Audra.
right?
Huh?
They got one the last end, right? No,
No,
we did.
we did.
We did.
We did. Do you need me to hang the
So-
score? We're yellow.
Do you know what?
It's good to understand the
put a guard
scoreboard
up.
sometimes when you're thinking about strategy.
Let's come around this side. Put a guard up at the top. We'll put one close in. We'll try to put it right on the 4 foot on this side.
Okay.
Change of plan there. Maybe the force is not such a bad position right now with a 1 point lead for yellow.
3-6-2.
Giving up one to red.
Never.
Tie
Let
game.
it go. Let it go. Has to curl.
Maybe a little heavy.
Never, 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 never.
I don't think I mind jiggling this situation. Okay. Just touch that middle stone sideways a little bit. Still one sitting for red.
2 even.
See what the Allisons are saying here. Mike's struggling with a bit of that cough that people seem to be hanging on to for a long time. Got some
Back line?
cross sheet chat.
Yeah,
chat
3
here.
6 3 6 5.
Okay.
Is that score correct? Is that correct?
3-7-6. It looks faster.
Always curl. Forget it.
Bailed on that shot. I don't think they wanted to clip that yellow anywhere. It's kind of advantageous for red to keep that yellow there. In my opinion alone.
Just sit on top or above it.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely the Adams-Connolly pair have changed their strategy a bit from trying to remove that red rock to just making it hard for them to score two.
Sweep it. Once it hits the yellow, roll it over. Ah, too bad.
A little light there. Maybe a little inside. It definitely overcurled from what their intended path was. Red still sitting one.
Try it again. Bring it in just a little.
Yeah, I also popped it out because I had too much weight on the stone.
Weight was good.
Okay. I just didn't want to hit it like skinny
Yeah.
it over.
What Allison was talking about was when she slides out, her body weight was pushing down on the handle. So when
Let
she
her
lets
slide.
go, she's losing a bit of accuracy as she lets go of the stone.
Whoa!
Good looking shot here. Good looking shot.
Well done.
There you go.
Great shot. A little lightweight, hack weight, tap back. Red sits 4 now.
Need to hit here.
Yeah.
Control weight.
Yellow, if yellow can get the inside of that rock that Team Allison just threw and roll towards center line, they could definitely choke off that scoring zone. If they hit the outside of the stone, the shooter's always rolling away. I would only remove 2 reds. Just leave them a shot for 3. I think the better call is to get inside nose on this in 1-point game. Still struggling with the volume. Sorry, people at home. I'm trying to let the players do most of the talking. Right now, it got quiet. Intensity from Audra Adams. Stones away. Pat was holding the broom. There will be no sweeping.
No, scratching.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry to all the moms
I
out
think.
there.
Kater's is back there?
Yep.
Just got a little inside on that one.
I finally made a shot. That's the first one I feel like that's been quasi-difficult that I've made as intended.
As intended.
As intended is important in that statement.
That's okay. I don't think I've made a single shot all day.
All right, make one here.
Another great
So it's gonna be a little
tension release
wide.
there from
Yep.
Team Allison.
So 3,
Just
I think
trying
it's
to
slowing down a little too.
relax those
Yeah.
nerves. Talking about their intended shots versus the plan Bs.
I don't know if it's slowing down that much though. Maybe so.
You better get it there.
Not happening.
Ah, Butch!
4.
4 red. 4 red on sheet B here at the Cincinnati Curling Club. The team of Allison and Allison taking a lead. We're here at the Cincinnati Curling Club for our World Curling Tour Mixed Doubles Cup. If you'd like to become a sponsor, a supporter of the Cincinnati Curling Club and the events that we host, please reach out to us at cincinnati-curling-club@gmail.com, or you can look up our programming at the cincinnati-curling-club.org website. Quick look around the scores. Got to keep Cecilia posted. Keep the moms of the Robacher Skebby game there updated. Looks like Benson Jackson stole a single in the 5th for a 4-3 lead over Dunphy Sethi. Excuse me. No update from the other sheet yet. Still showing 7-1 Potter Shimko over Rohrbacher Skebby. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We're up to 64 viewers. Tell all your friends. Tell the whole bunch.
Come on, baby, slow
Come
down.
tune in to the
Okay, maybe
Cincinnati
don't slow
Curling
down
Club.
that much. Slow down. Slow down.
Oh, we've got a power play going on here. You see those 2 pre-positioned stones
Okay.
are now on the corner guard side of things. The stone position in the house is just bisecting the 8-foot, 12-foot ring in front of the tee line, and the guard moves out to the corner guard position. The intent of the power play is for the
Now
team with
let's split
hammer
the house.
to score more points,
Split the house.
multiple points.
We need to be T-line on that side.
opens the scoring zone. Should have more room to score. Oh, there goes Brian Shimko through our shot with the measuring stick. There must have been a measure over on sheet A. Get you updated on that situation over there momentarily. So it looks like the Allisons defended against the power play with trying to draw it to the 4-foot area, to the button area with their first shot. Looks like Pat and Audra had decided to split the house. Great shot there by Audrey. I hope you can appreciate that at home. To remove both of those yellow rocks, the angle just does not work. The physics doesn't work. You can't get that flat, that rock to move sideways directly like that. So no angle for a double. Can't make a takeout at this situation in the end.
What?
Anyway,
To them?
Yeah.
one of the joys
You
of
could do
mixed
that or you
doubles,
can
no
guard ours.
takeout rules.
I kind of like guarding ours.
I'm just not as confident in how to draw to ours.
How to guard ours.
How to draw to ours.
Oh. Like middle 8
Middle 8.
over there. I want it like a guard, so type
Oh, you
8.
want their shot?
I know.
Okay.
We're second, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather be 4-foot probably,
Okay.
but okay. So I'll do that. If I hang wide, we might wick off of theirs and roll over there too.
Yeah.
Good pre-plan there for some plan Bs.
Narrow.
Situations.
8, 9.
We should be okay for a guard.
Take a look. It seems to be traveling. Well, you got your guard.
Yeah. Not quite. I won it in the house. Top
I
8.
know. The line's good on it though.
So we wanted that
Yeah.
guard a little deeper, but it is well guarded. The guarding second shot in this case. I think they feel they can deal with that first shot yellow stone later on.
You gonna draw behind their guard?
Yeah.
You can do it.
Looks like Mama Skebby tuned in as well. Thanks for tuning in, both of you. You're fantastic supporters of your son and daughter.
Get the other side.
Terrific people. It's been so good to get to know them. You should be proud of yourselves.
Go now. Sweep. Sweep. Get it by. Okay, off.
Pat and Audra going after that red second
there. No, leave it there.
stone. Pat bumping it back to the 12-foot. Great shot. Yellow 6-3. Looks like Potter Shimko took another single in that Robacher Skebby game.
More weight.
Yeah.
8-1. Not sure if it was handshakes.
7, 8.
Okay. Similar line. Maybe wider. No.
Allison's using the time zone system 7-8. 7 would be T-line weight.
How do you feel about
8 a little stronger.
Switch and go. I don't know.
No time for democracy here. You got to be a dictator in this sport.
Okay.
A little chip shot.
Plan B.
Well, that's what I was calling, but I was afraid we were going to overcurl it.
No time to vote on these situations. You just got to make a decision and go. A little tick and roll. Puts red in a good position. Sitting 1. Still back of the T-line. If you're looking for all the scores around our event, you can look them up at curlingzone.com or worldcurlingtour.org. We're updating both of those sites as we go. Tom and the volunteer crew are doing a fantastic job.
Sweep it on the other side. Switch.
Pat's coming in
Hard,
with some big
hard.
weight, trying to clip this red one out of there. Thinking can afford to sacrifice his back yellow.
Off.
It's a little tight. Raising the red rock in. Okay, no harm, no foul maybe. See how they feel about that here after the Allison's shot. Red, stone, sitting 1. Just a reminder, red has a 3-point lead. Can't see it on the scoreboard there, but
All right.
red is up 6-3. The Allisons taking a lead with that 4-point end in the 6th. We're here playing the 7th.
9-0.
Flannery Allison from St. Louis. Great sweep by Michael Allison. Just over curling a bit.
I almost let you wreck. Should I have?
I like this better.
Okay.
Hard to tell if they're 1 or 2. The yellow stone, as you're
I
looking
wasn't sure
at
if we
it
kicked it too far
now,
off the face.
on the bottom of the
I
screen,
mean, if we could have like just
right-hand side
barely
of the
touched it,
sheet,
it would have been better. But if we hit it anymore,
might be out counting the one over on the left at the top of the sheet. Top of the screen, left of the sheet. Our camera's orientated side to side as you're looking at it.
Other side. Switch. Go. Sweep it. Sweep.
Not sure if Pat's trying
Hard.
to come in off his own.
All the way hard.
Just going at it.
Come on, baby.
Off.
Oh,
Once it goes over, now sweep the other one.
get that little raise in there. Just didn't have enough juice for that shot. Pat a little bit light with that delivery, over curls and hits the guard.
let's put this sucker away.
I used to use the term plunge the dagger with some of my teammates. It's time to score. Put this game out of reach. 6 is the
3-7?
maximum you can score in mixed doubles.
Yeah.
So with a
What
3-point
was my
lead,
first one? Do you remember?
getting close to running them out of stones
3-7-5,
here.
but it was a spinner.
Okay, let's go 3-7-5 then.
Spinner, she's talking about the rotation she's putting on the rock. That one looks like it's got a lot
3-8,
of
but you looked
rotation as
positive,
well.
were you?
Needs to curl. Needs to curl.
How do you feel about a guard?
Needs to curl.
Trying to let her teammate know that he was light. How do you feel about a guard?
It's either try to get through the hole here.
Or tap that one back.
Which one?
This one? Like, get it out? I
Hit
don't
what
know,
out?
say so.
If you hit this one, it's going to hit here, and they'll have 3.
Not that one?
If they came and hit this, that's going to not go anywhere. This is going to go out. Then 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
So, or they do this. But if we if you do heavyweight, basically
Get that yellow one back.
it's a double run.
No, what if you just went?
That's what I'm saying. No, this way here. If you come through here, straight, basically peel weight, straight through, hit this one. Let's go control weight. We need to come onto the top of this. It's the only shot we have.
What about a tap back on the yellow?
You'd have to do the double. You're not going to get around here.
Right now? That microphone.
Okay.
Or no, this one. No, that one. On.
Just the one?
It's going through that one into that. I believe. We'll see what happens.
Hey, Tammy and Cecilia, I hope you're still tuned in. Vincent snuck into the booth here.
Hey,
We gave him a microphone. Is that a safe
Try
maneuver?
this.
I think I'll behave this time.
If you're
Jen. I think
narrow,
we'll
it will be
alright.
this.
I'm off the ice now, so.
It's fantastic. All the players that have worn the mic today have apologized to their moms for the language out there.
Just
I feel
control
like I
weight.
set a bad standard for that doing it last year.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. I tell
This
I
way.
tell the people that once we open the chat box, we got to go off the G rating at YouTube. So
I think that's fair.
it's all good. Hey, so Vincent, tell us a bit about the weekend. How did you and Harley play today this week?
Sure. I think, we went into this weekend as a good way to get ready for nationals, which starts February 28th. So, any kind of ice time is great. Any kind of opportunities where you can learn as you go and play doubles is fantastic. And I just want to give a huge hats off to you guys here. Like, this is a well-run doubles field. The ice is great.
Good game.
Just really can't say enough good things about it. But, I think overall we played pretty well. We ran into a really good team, a good local team, and we were on the wrong side of misses, and they made us pay on them. So, hats off to them, and, we're good luck to them the rest of the way.
Yeah, I appreciate those kind words. The Nationals held in Kalamazoo, right?
Yes, Kalamazoo.
Kalamazoo, Michigan. Just handshakes there in our feature game. Looks like they may have got another one or two. So the Allisons moving on in the quarterfinals. Vincent, you were playing Potter Shimko. Certainly 4 seasons into our curling existence here at Dedicated Ice in Cincinnati, our mixed doubles league has gone like gangbusters. We had 6 teams in this event, and we've left some very good teams on the sidelines. Our league is getting super competitive, and players are learning the game really fast. The learning curve is just what's shocked me the most. Style of play is kind of happening organically a little bit. We don't, some of the more experienced members in our club aren't necessarily pushing our style of play, I'll say, on our members and letting them kind of go through some hard knocks sometimes, which stones will penalize you and which ones will reward you. Some of that shot selection kind of thought process, they get it kind of bent up, what's the right shot? And it's like, just the one you're going to make is sometimes the right shot, right?
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes, with Harley and I, when we're trying to figure out what shot to throw, sometimes it just comes down to what you're more comfortable with, whether it's a hit, a draw, in turn, out turn, it's just whatever you're feeling and whatever you're confident in. I think that's the first thing. And, I will say, like, I think we have seen more Cincinnati rinks out at these cash fields that we go to, and, we love to see it. It's good to see the game growing here in Ohio, and, for your guys' league to just, like, triple in such a short amount of time is such a great thing. And, no, you guys you have some great teams out there.
Yeah, no, appreciate that. And you're based in Mayfield. We should highlight that club as well.
Yes.
Recently went through some changes, we'll say, right? The country club atmosphere is gone. The country club was sold. The golf course was sold to another company, and curling was no longer wanted at that facility. And you guys scrambled really well and pivoted to a warehouse situation like we've got, and moved your ice facility to something you can control.
Yeah,
right? You can
absolutely.
Your revenue is now in your pocket as a facility, right? And you've got more autonomy. Is that a fair way to say that?
I would say so. Yeah, it's we're in control of things, and it's all volunteer based. Similar to how it is here, and it took a lot of blood, sweat, tears to make it happen. And every year that we've been there, we open in January of 21, and the ice keeps getting better and better every year. We're learning as we go on how to run a club, how to grow it, and you know, how to run spiels, how to run leagues.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
I think we're doing a lot of great things there.
That's
And-
awesome. Yeah, membership sounded like it was high. You
Yeah.
guys hosted an Olympic trials qualifier last year.
Yeah.
You know, you bring in top ice makers and top players to kind of test out your facility sometimes, and you can learn from those situations, I guess, and especially on the facility side as an ice maker myself, it's
Yeah, and I mean
it's
that's
always nice to have those players come in and give you feedback about your facility, right? And
always. And the really nice thing too with that is, right, you can just take the time to sit down and learn and pick their brains and, you know, make the ice better. And, you know, we were able to do that. We were able to keep growing. And, you know, I will say, like, our membership is growing. We put a lot of effort in new curling clinics, tri curling, and, you know, we have about 250 ballparking our membership, and I would say a good majority, you know, we've got a good chunk that are under 5 curlers.
yeah,
So,
yeah, that's the big growth situation here in the United States, right? That 5 years of experience and less. There's a whole circuit of tournaments for them, and they're not necessarily learning the game at 10 years old or 15 years old like I did in Canada, but they're jumping in their 20s and picking up the game pretty fast, right?
yeah, absolutely. And I'm still one of those U5 curlers. I'm a 4th year, so I'm one of those. I picked it up in my late 20s, and, you know, there's so many people, right? You get in it, and those U5 spiels are fantastic. They're great learning opportunities to go and try. And USA Curling supporting it, sponsoring it, you know, running a national championship for it now it's great. And, you know, as someone who's, you know, trying to get to that nationals, I really can appreciate the work that gets put into it.
Just a quick update for people tuned in at home here. We've sheet C is a little tricky to see from our camera standpoint. Score is 6-4 for Dunphy Satie. They popped a 3 on Julie Benson and Brett Jackson in the 6th.
Looks like they've got 2 ends to go.
Yeah.
Julie and Brett are going to have Hammer in the 7th, so it's definitely a tough spot to be in when you're down 1-2 to play with Hammer. I think in
Yeah.
these situations, I'd almost rather not have Hammer and be able to play for some steals, because you got to get at least 2 here, and then you got to play for the steal.
Yeah, that long game strategy, as you highlight, it's certainly shot to shot. As our new players get focused on just making a shot, they don't always see the long strategy there.
Yeah, and I think that's something that Harley and I have really worked on a lot. Is, you know, at the beginning of an end, saying what is our goal? You know, not every time do you need to steal or you have to score. Sometimes a force is okay. You know, good situation. We ran into that in our last pool play game. You know, we were trying to play, and, you know, we were down, but we knew if we could get 3 and then play for a force and then a steal, we could still win the game, and it didn't necessarily mean being desperate and scoring every end.
Yeah, that's an interesting perspective, right? Just that patience, if you will, or not always having to swing for the fences. There's put the ball in play, to use a baseball analogy, right? Just that buy your time, keep it tight. Certainly in the mixed doubles format, you can pop a 4 or 5 in a heartbeat.
Yeah, big ends can come real easy, and it's usually what it is a miss by like a foot one way or another that gets you there. This is a good sweep here.
Yeah.
Good sweep.
Ishan's another one of those younger players like yourself. Picked it up in his 20s. I think he's 26.
Okay.
Yeah, just a young player and super keen, super active, playing all kinds of, even rec level games, playing any position he can, learning from all kinds of different players. Really going to be exciting to see what all of you 20-year-olds are going to do in the future, right?
Yeah, the future's bright for the Utes.
So you're off to nationals.
Yes.
You got any sponsors you want to highlight on that? Certainly Cecilia and Tammy are
I feel like
our supporters.
Yeah, I feel like
whether it's
shout-outs-
financially or not, we don't know. But
usually just dinner when we get home,
Okay.
and watching the cat while we're gone. So you know, I mean, obviously, huge shout out to my parents. You know, people who've never curled before, but you know, they've been always supportive, just in listening and trying to learn as much as they can. You know, so sometimes it's nice just knowing when you're playing, you know, your mom's watching, but it also makes sure that I behave for the most part.
Well, and yeah, I mean, curling's kind of one of those, I call it a gentleman's sport. I need to find a better word for that, but there's a sportsmanship there.
It's a game of etiquette.
Yeah, and it's taken some of our players a bit of time to adjust if they played a different sport, like a basketball or hockey or something like that. That's a little more physical and aggressive, right?
Right.
You don't get that chance to release that aggression out.
Right. You have to really learn to internalize it. Golf is a good analogy for learning the mental game. For curling, I think, you know, there's so many talks about, like, you have to move on and forget about your last shot, and the most important is the next shot. And you know, curling, it's a lot of the same ways. You know, sometimes it's something, you know, I have to tell myself in my head is just, you know, I can make an adjustment, but then I just need to focus on the next shot and what can I do to make it and help my team.
Yeah, short memory, right?
Yeah, be a goldfish. Ted Lasso.
Be a goldfish.
Always in my head.
I used to tell my wife to shake it off, Taylor Swift styles, right?
Are you just stealing my like Spotify warm up playlist? Because that may or may
Is
not
that
have
in
been
there?
one of them.
It's
allegedly.
Yeah, it can follow with some hand gestures when I tell her to shake it off.
Thankfully, there's no cameras here in the booth.
Right. Well, I appreciate you coming in. Appreciate you playing this weekend. Sorry it didn't quite work out. I mean, last year finalist.
Yep.
And out in the quarterfinals here. But like you say, you're just looking for some reps, some games, some tough competition.
Yeah.
Certainly the goal that Monique and I kind of laid out for these type of tour events is supporting players in our region. Check with you. You know, helping you move on to the next level. You're going to nationals. That's another check on the box for sure.
Right.
And, you know, adding, you know, tour points in some way, shape, or form, how USA Curling uses them to qualify for nationals is up to them. Sometimes it changes year to year, so we try to stay in tune with that and help support competitive players in our region and certainly foster that skill-based learning kind of thing. You never know how you're going to react in some situations until you get into those situations. So really appreciate you and Harley for coming this weekend. And like I say, you're always welcome to come back. And hopefully in the future, I'm not sure if we can grow much bigger than 24 teams, but hopefully, you know, if we add a sponsor or something like that, we can add a bit more prize money to the pool to help support your future travels and national aspirations.
Thank you, John, and you know, really thank you for hosting. You guys, you know, I said it earlier, I'll say it again. You guys run a great spiel here, and you know, we love the mindset and the mentality of these kind of spiels, of the letting you know, grassroots, you know, mid-level, trying to really break into competitive curling, and you know, spiels like this are exactly what would need to happen. I'm excited to see the game grow, especially, you know, here in our backyard in Ohio, and you know, we can't say enough great things. We look forward to being back next year.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Good luck in the future. I'm sure once we get off this broadcast, we'll touch base again. Just trying to get you a quick update here. Really hard to see around our dehumidifier sock here for that sheet C. I didn't see the result from N7. Looks like Benson Jackson got a deuce. So Dunphy Satie up 1 with hammer in the 8th. Looks like we got real close, whether it's red or yellow. Shot rock. Doesn't really matter at this point. Like I say, you only need to be closest at the end. Looks like Brett is trying to slide this stone around the center guard, slightly off center guard. sweeping together to try and get it a little bit deeper in the rings. I should say, like, we're in our 4th season here at the Cincinnati Curling Club. When we got a hold of this warehouse and started the dream of building out curling ice, we definitely did it in a mindset of continuous improvement. So we got cameras on the one sheet to start when we had money available. The plan was always to add more cameras as we move forward. So certainly with the viewership today, it proves that we may want to continue down that path and keep adding more and more equipment and broadcast capabilities to improve your view of the game. Real close. Hard to know if yellow or red is shot. Not super critical for... Well, I take that back, I guess. If red gives up one here, they're going to an extra end. Can't give up 2. Yellow certainly wants to steal to extend this. If they could ever get in a position to steal 2, they'd probably take it. Shot's a little wide around that guard. Doesn't want to chip that rock in too far. Doesn't look like he did.
Oops.
Oopsie on the camera. Sorry, gang.
Live TV.
Live amateur TV.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you were paid for it at one time, Jim.
It was better.
I will say, as curling clubs grow and develop and you get members in your facility and you get to know what they do for livings, sometimes you can leverage, is that a fair word to say? You can lean on their expertise to kind of help you in a volunteer situation. Our club was built by volunteers and it's continuing to operate by volunteers. So grateful for all of the volunteers out there in the curling world. It's a great curling community. I believe Glenn was at a Bonspiel in Chicago, and to quote Glenn Prince, curling is the best community! Exclamation point.
Do we know at what end they're in?
They are in the 8th. They are in the last end. This is it. Not sure what happened with that yellow stone there. It over curled and ended up in the guard zone. I don't think they opened up anything for the red stone shooting pair from Cincinnati, Dunphy, Satie. You can see them talking there just in the picture.
Kill your mic.
In the hack, you get cleaning his rock, ready to go. We're gonna go mobile right now and get mobile. Wireless. blocks remaining. Brett Jackson to throw now for yellow. Julie Benson on the sweep. Good walk. Trying to get through around this guard. Might be over curling. Crash on the guard. We got fans everywhere. The warm room's full. We got people standing on chairs trying to watch. I'm trying to broadcast here. So Ishan and Aaron are running through kind of the options of what red can do to improve their situation. So whether they defend against this or if they get aggressive themselves. I'm not allowed to coach, I'm just a broadcaster. But I'm going to wander over and take a closer look here. I don't want to distract their quarterfinal game, but that's real close. There's no way to know. We don't have an overhead camera. Red's got hammer. Red's got 2 shots left. Yellow's got 1. Did I say that wrong? Yes. Sethi is red. I'm getting misinformation. Ishan getting set on the line. No broom in this situation. Aaron's ready to sweep. It's not super heavy. Good communicate. Another good example of communication. Talking about how to manage the arc of that shot with speed and line. Just, we can see about half of the rings. See you from the waist down. Ishan's asking if the cameras can see it. Curling radio play-by-play is pretty tricky. Got to get you a magnet board at home so you can follow along and give you rock positions. Looks like the intended shot here for Julie Benson is to come around that yellow guard and tap their top 4-foot yellow closer. If not, tap that red rock back and maybe sit 3, probably 2. No target broom. Brett's on the sweep. Switching sides of the rock to make a curl. Trying to use that directional sweeping. Just under curled a bit. Hit the outside red guard. Still unsure. Ishan and Aaron are taking a longer look at who is shot down here. Could have a measure. I'm not sure what Brett said there, but it's.
If it was red, if it was red, I would have shaken.
Definitely disagreement between the two teams on who shot. Like Brett said, if he knew it was red, he would have shook hands. But it's definitely close enough that they want to play it out. Not sure if there's enough space coming from right to left as the skip looks at the situation. Around that red guard, not sure if the camera can pick that up on the far side of the sheet, on the wall side on sheet C. Aaron's just throwing it away. I think they're going to go to the measuring stick. Lots of rocks in play in that final end. Tight game. Players measure on their own. I'm not sure if you can pick up the peanut gallery on the microphone, but yeah, this is a self-officiated sport. Officials that you see on TV games at World Championships, they're there as observers, more or less. They don't actively have a whistle blowing and plays dead or anything like that, but they are there to help in disputes. They will do the measures at Worlds, yes. But even at the Grand Slam of curling level, you'll see players measure their own stones. It's got to be close. I mean, it's not close. Brett chose to use the metric term centimeters for those at home that might not know. I'm talking Fahrenheit all day today, and he's flipping the script. Julie, do you want to talk about the game so far? Okay. One for red, handshakes. I don't know if I want to talk about this right now. Our logo in the center of the rings is a little bit ovaled, and we didn't notice that until after it got installed this year. Brett, do you want to? I know. We'll talk to Jet Ace about that this summer. Good curling, everybody. Good game. So it looks like the team of Aaron Dunphy and Ishan Sethi are moving on past the quarterfinals to the semis. I don't know. Do I get a hold of anybody for a post-game interview? He would love to be on camera. Maybe Jim is still in the booth and he can set the camera up for us. Any words, Brett? I've already had an interview today from Vincent, so like, if you want to talk, we can talk.
Ishan made, on the power play, Ishan made a hit and roll that was absolutely incredible. And that's the difference in the game, was that one shot. Because it was back and forth the whole time, but he just made a great shot to score a ton in the power play, and kudos to them.
Appreciate that. I know I was focused on sheet B, and the camera doesn't always pick up sheet C as well, but tried to tune in from the line score, and it looked real tight, and Brett confirming that. Ishan made a hell of a shot in the power play, so you're moving on. How do you feel about the game, Aaron?
A little stressed.
A little stressed.
A little wobbly.
Brett just said you guys made a great shot in sixth on the power play.
Probably the best end of my life. Probably the best end of my life.
Ishan says the best end of his life. Do you want to walk us through the situation? You're down one after 5. You chose to go for the power play in 6.
Chose to go with power play in 6. we'd been stealing a lot, so I thought might not get another chance to use it if we keep stealing. We were down a couple. We just given up 2 in a row, so changed the momentum a little bit. They threw their first one just top of the house, then through. So I was able to play the split.
Okay. Okay.
Got rid of the yellow, kept my red on the corner. Was able to play that same shot a couple times. Worked out pretty well.
Keep coming this way. We're out of range. We're out of range a little bit. We can't hear you. And Ishan's trying to cut the interview off. That's hardcore. That's hardcore. We're talking about the game, not practice.
Left me an open draw. All I had to do was hit paint.
All you had to do was hit paint for that extra point.
Yep.
It really changed the momentum in the game. They come back with a power play after that to try and claw their way back 3 points down, right?
Yep.
You chose to defend against that. How? Do you throw it in the rings, or do you try to deal with the guard up top?
We put the guard up first.
Okay.
Yeah, wasn't
Okay.
curling enough to get around it, so I tried to put one through through the port to outdraw them, and was a little light, so they sat 2. Yeah.
I will say, as our mixed doubles league locally grows and gets more experience, probably the power play and the use of it is one of the bigger topics right now in the conversation, right?
It's a big learning process.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And you're a fairly new player.
fairly new.
I mean, it's not been a year, but it's not been 10 years yet either, right?
No, I'm 5 or 6 in, so
And some of that on arena ice is not always the best learning environment.
never.
Never. So to all you arena clubs out there, keep the dream alive and try to get yourself to dedicated ice, right?
Absolutely.
Aaron, thanks for joining us on the broadcast. That was fantastic. Ishan's walking away. He's running from the microphone. He's done. He said his legs were going to be jello, and I'd have to sweep him off the ice here, drag his backside off the ice. Thanks everybody for tuning in today. We'll be back shortly with the semifinal round.